Oh, hi there. It is Tuesday and I'm uncertain of what to do, so I'm just going to come out here, play some random lishogi games. If anyone wants to join in, please do, or please let me know. Just going to play. Nothing grandiose. There's nothing to watch, nothing to spectate. Not feeling great about my game in general, but just try to get a little bit back, and that's it. Nothing, nothing grandiose. Like I said, got a little bit of coffee left over from this morning. Atari is walking in. Let's see what she's up to. There she is, doing her scratching. See, there's a big jump. There's a big string pulling down from there. All right, let's start. I'm going to, still in this scene. Let me get up here. Just going to create a casual game. Create a casual game. 30-second Byoyomi. How about that? How about a 30-second Byoyomi game? My brain isn't going so quickly, so a slower game. We got that. Let me switch the scene to the playing scene just in case I get a game. And that's it. This doesn't work out. Maybe do some tsume. Maybe, yeah, something like that. Something like that. That tsume battle arena. Maybe if Magic Based shows up, we'll do some tsume battle arena. All right, there's Magic Based. Magic Based is here. Yoroshiku onegaishimasu. Fourth file. Ooh. Checking the stream. It is the right layout. Still on this board. Still on the Couch Tomato Hikaku inspired board here. Still liking it. Still definitely liking it. Excuse me. I forgot. Hello. Been a while. Got 30 seconds. 30 seconds.
10秒
Exchange off my attacking, or my bishop. My silver's still here because, anticipation of the exchange, but this blocked the ability to go that way. Let's do this.
,10秒 20秒 1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8。
I don't know. I think that's good. I don't know though. It's possible it's not. It's possible it's not.
10秒、
So I think we see this before, and he drops the pawn. We come up. Think. Or do we come up here?
10秒、 20秒、1、2、3、4、5、6。10秒、
So if he takes, I think we promote with the rook. Oh. Wow.
10秒、 20秒、1、2、3、4、5、6、7。10秒、 20秒、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8。
Night drop?
10
No.
秒、
I think we threaten the rook.
10秒、 20秒、1。
It's tough. It's tough. My pieces are kind of awfully crowded. Awfully crowded. But I think that's okay.
$10 秒、 20秒、1、2、3、4、5、6。
Defend. Not that there's any pieces here, but I think we're going to get a trade, the silver. So what do? I think I'd take with the pawn. Hmm.
10秒、20秒、1、2、3、
Hmm.
10秒、
Okay.
10秒、20秒、1、2、3、
I don't know. I like this.
10秒、
Hmm. Maybe I should start defending a bit. Maybe not. Hold on.
10
Do
秒、
I have an attack? Do I have a mate here?
20秒、1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、10秒、
I could take.
20秒、1、2、3、4、
Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it.
10秒、10秒、
Hmm. Ooh, that I think is mate. That think is mate.
10秒、
Right.
10秒、
Yeah. Arigatou gozaimashita. Good game. Good game. So where was the I think that started to go wrong. Oh, Emperor Rex, good day. VMD Ayaka, hello to you. Lorenzo Coco, hello, hello, hello. Urashino Ryu reached in only 3 moves. Exactly. No chats yet in Twitch. No chats yet in Twitch. So I think this one, I think it usually comes up that way. I think this is fine. I think this is fine, but I do think at some point, yeah, because now I'm going to be able to do this. Not that my attack is like fantastic here, but what is the engine calling for? 3-8. Okay, so just make the castle. This I think is slightly suboptimal because this is still a target, but yeah, I don't think the engine even believes in my attack regardless. So this the pawn opening up, I'm not convinced this is all the greatest either. What does the engine want? The engine wants 8-8. The engine wants immediately 8-8 bishop. So mine's okay, but it prefers this. Oh, because it guarantees my promotion. So if we do something like this, we still promote. Oh, I thought this was the only move. I thought this was essentially the only move here. Oh, because I should have just promoted. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay. Big oversight. I will never forget this one. Okay, so this is locked into my brain now. Did I play this correctly? Oh boy. Wait, so wait. Hold on. Hold on here. Hold on here. This is not just a mistake. This is a blunder. This is a major. Hey, Tulip, great to see you. This is a major blunder here. I mean, the advantage switches over fully to Sente. So this is not right? What? Ah. そうですね。I see. I see. Super Galliac, hello. You saw some new guy slaughtering people in the Shogi Club. Politely declined a game with him to play with your buddy. You're not trying to get stressed out on Tuesday afternoon. Valid reason or not? That's a good question. That's a good question. I think that's completely valid. But maybe I'm a weenie. I have declined Tuesday nights. I have declined some games with stronger players, stronger / strong players in the past. Especially when I'm not in the mindset for ultra competitive play. It's pretty rare for me but when I used to go to that club on Tuesday nights, the one with the bad pieces, they're like Tuesday nights for me, and it's Tuesday right now, and even now when you could say streaming shogi is my full-time job. Where it's not like on a Tuesday night I will be drained from something. I don't know what it is about my biochemistry or what, but Tuesday nights for me, I am the most drained. Even now, I am the most drained Tuesday nights of any night of the week. So I would, like at that club, I would come in and and there was a game, like say I don't play so well in my first game or my second game, and I just kind of want to have a fun one to finish out the night, like a fun, relaxing one. And there was one person who had said, do you want to play another game? And this is a player. I think I had only played this player once at that point. It's not someone who I regularly play, but a strong player. And I would say probably at the time he was stronger. But I did the polite decline thing, just because my brain felt sort of fried. And so as Lorenzo says, you don't owe a game to anyone, but it is tough. It is, it's tough at a shogi club, depending on how many other people are there. Sometimes you do feel obligated to play, or at least sometimes I do feel obligated to play if someone asks. So I understand where you might be coming from. But if there is someone else that you just want to play, I think that's totally okay. Myself, especially if it's a new person. Yeah, a good question. Good discussion. I don't know what's proper there, but for me, it's a matter of like, I go to the shogi club to have fun and to enjoy the game and to compete, yes, but to enjoy the game. But I think forcing yourself to play games where you might be stressed out, I think is a surefire way to get you to stop going to a shogi club, which would be a bad thing. So if you can avoid that, I think that probably makes sense. So like, yeah, thinking about this Tuesday club that I don't go to, the main reason is because the thought, even now, like I don't remember the last time I went to the Tuesday night club. It's like within a 5 to 10 minute drive from me, so it's very close and it meets regularly and there are a lot of players. But just the thought of touching and playing with those pieces is so repulsive to me because I'm a weenie, because I'm weird, that I just don't want, that it made me not even want to think about going to that club. And then add to that the couple not so great experiences I had with people who have beaten me, and sort of later talked it up. Actually, three. I can think of three different people. Who maybe haven't had the most gracious of handling of wins. But that's much less relevant. You know, I've lost so many times in my life. It doesn't, in my shogi career, that doesn't bother me as much. Yeah. Anyway. All right. So this gave me back the advantage. Okay. So this gave it back. And then unfortunately there, man, I'm picking all the wrong moves. I mean, this was okay. Oh, it hits. Yeah, I missed this. So if he comes back, we get that again. Hmm. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so here, so the rest there wasn't. I think there wasn't much after. Um. So yeah, the key, I think the key point was this. Um. What does the engine say would have been better? Like, I wonder if just bringing the silver, pushing the pawn, pulling the rook back. I see that. Just redropping the bishop seems okay. It's not pushing the silver because then I just promote. Um, hmm. Yeah. All right. Good game. Good game. And this was all correct at the end, I guess. I want to see the pawn move. That felt a little slow to me. Uh, this move here. Well, actually, both of these. Okay, 5-2 gold is the number one move. Engine like that, and then 3-6 silver. Yeah, this was my first inclination. This was definitely my first inclination because it does threaten mate. But I thought this also did. Oh, this is a nasty one. Dropping the bishop here. There are a lot of moves. There are a lot of moves. My move was not as good as the others, but it wasn't as bad. It wasn't. It was fine. It was fine. All right. Let's go back. Let's do another. Let us do another. I'm still got this leftover coffee. So does anyone in that discussion, does anyone feel like Super Gawayak should have played? Does anyone feel like that was not a valid reason? Can we get any drama going? You know, the most important part of the shogi stream is the drama. Well, of any stream. Is there anyone out there that's going to take shots at Super Gawayak? is it Gowiak or Goviak or Goviak, right? Not Gowiak. Tulip saying, I don't think you should play anyone you don't want to if you haven't promised to do so. Sorry, no drama from you. Oh, come on. come on. Come on. We need the drama. We need the drama. There's some drama on there's yeah, Killer Ducky. Exactly. How dare the new guy come in and slaughter people? I mean, that's also the drama. How dare that person? Clearly cheating. Were they wearing AI glasses? Were they wearing those meta AI glasses? We need to get the drama coming from all angles. We need the cheating angle. We need the etiquette angle. We need a lot. Capybara, hello. People go to the club to play. They have limited time. By refusing to play, you disrespect them in the club. Purpose of which is playing. Shame on you. Thank you. Thank you, Capybara. I'm not going to say I agree, but I'm going to agree with the drama. I'm going to agree with the drama. By any chance, Capybara, was it you that was coming new to the club and was just crushing people with the truck castle? Personally, not a fan of slaughter. Yeah, exactly. So now now we get double the drama. Now let's also call out Capybara. No, you're kind of washed. Okay. Yeah, I'm also kind of washed. Adriana Shogi, chiming in. Let's see. You could be making the new player uncomfortable by refusing to play them, and they won't come back. Yeah. Well, this is actually this is something that came up to me at some point. This is something that came. This is something that actually happened similarly to me. So I'm thinking back. So it's the Tuesday night club that I'm talking about that has the bad pieces, but it was a Saturday meetup. Like around once a month for this same club, the Silicon Valley Shogi Club. There is a meetup on Saturday afternoon at a library. So it's at a different location, and it's a different location, and I don't know why that matters. It doesn't matter. But the point is that someone who had come to the Cherry Blossom Festival. There was a Cherry Blossom Festival that we had, and we had the Shogi Club was there, and it's been doing this every year. I think for the past 3 years. I did the first year with them, but I think the past 2 years have been U.S. Shogi Championships. I don't remember, but anyway, so someone who was there, someone who came to the Cherry Blossom Festival, was a very confident person. He was, I can't remember the exact wording he used, but like in a kind way said incredibly like confident things about his shogi. I can't remember what he said, so I'm not doing it justice. But he wasn't like being arrogant, like a jerk. He wasn't being a jerk. He was being really nice, but basically talking about how he's so good, or I don't remember the details. But anyway, he was there, and as it turned out, I think he played a game against the club leader, who I believe has reached a peak of 3 Dan on 81 Dojo, but is not very active, and was not very active, and was pretty rusty. And I think it was a good game. I think the the new guy won the game. He either won or it was a close game. I don't remember because I was playing another game at the same time. And I won that game. No big deal. I won that game. It was an eye for Ibisha game. I was Nakabisha, ended up going into opposing rook, and we played double opposing rook, and I managed to sort of grind it out in the middle game. And I was really happy with that game because it was against a really strong player and a really strong chess player who I had struggled with in the past. So anyway. Actually, let me just so there's shogi on the screen. Just so there's shogi on the screen while I'm talking, I'm gonna just press the back button. And anyway, so this guy eventually came back to the shogi club, and he came to one of these Saturday things. And if I'm remembering correctly, we had like half an hour left, and I had already played 2 games. And I probably lost. Yes. I had lost both games. One of them to a good player and one of them to a bad player. So I had lost 2 games. And I was just kind of winding, ready to wind down, just maybe watch a little bit, not really looking to play. The club, there was only like half an hour left. But this guy who was really strong, or claimed to be really strong and seemed to have some evidence for it. Said, do you want to play? Because we had met at the Cherry Blossom Festival. Do you want to play? And I'm just like, and I saw that he was playing on a folded board. I think that he had a folded board with pieces that were kind of rough. But again, I'm so equipment nerdy. It's terrible. It's really terrible. But anyway, he was there, and in my mind, I thought, you know what? We want to have new people coming. I want to give this guy a game. Like, if I don't know if he knows of my stream at that point. I don't know what is going on. So like, I felt sort of obligated and a little bit to play, even though I didn't want to. And we played, and no big deal. I crushed him, but I kind of didn't want to play, but I still did. So anyway, I don't even know what this story is. Oh, but it's just the story that I do to what I Dream of Shogi is saying. It did cross my mind that this guy came. He's a strong player, and I kind of wanted to. I didn't want to discourage him from coming into the future. And as it turned out, I never saw him again, though. So maybe in the end, by me playing him, and by me winning, it's possible he just gave up on shogi. He's like, if I'm going to lose to this clown, maybe I don't have what it takes. So long story short, maybe my attempt to get someone new to stay in the club, maybe it backfired. And he quit shogi. Someone does need to cut a heel promo. You would say it's more of a mentality issue to not want to play a stronger player, less about etiquette. Well, so Super Goviak, I think it is. I wish he was still here to be able to talk about that. I would agree with you, but I would not assume that was the case here. Because like I said, sometimes at the end of the day, or at the end of a club meeting, either I'm feeling really down on myself, or I'm feeling fine with myself, or I just want to sort of wind down. I understand not wanting to play a really strong player. But that is mentality. So correcting myself, that is mentality. But at the same time, it's like it's the reason I sometimes don't play shogi online, like at Shogi Wars by my off stream, or it's why I sometimes don't play shogi on stream. It's like I just don't feel I have it. And yes, that is mentality, but I don't know. I don't know. It's tough. Oh, Super Govia, you are there. We need drama to sell. Lorenzo saying we need drama to sell tickets for the final showdown on pay-per-view. We do. We do need drama. We need something to sell shogi. So you respond. You feel like if you are considered the club leader or the club's strongest, there's a lot of pressure to accept any and all challenges. Yes. So that is something I think that's absolutely the case. I think that's absolutely the case. And one thing, and not that I am in that position of being the strongest player. I'm not in the position of being the strongest player or the club leader. But I am in the position of some people have seen the stream. That there is the most minor possible celebrity you could even possibly imagine. There is some of that. So I feel obligated to play if someone asks. And I can't say that that's always a nice thing, but yeah. So the thing is, and I'm not sure if you're referring to yourself in this case of being the club's strongest player. One thing you don't want to do, and this happened, I noticed this at a chess club. I noticed this at a chess club that I used to go to. So before I started streaming full-time shogi, even though I'm not a good chess player, I was going every week to this local chess club after my shogi club. Sunday, so it was a Sunday afternoon club. So I'd play shogi in the morning, and then I would go to this chess club in the afternoon. It was a total casual chess club. It was started on Meetup by a chess mom and her son, and it's not even he wasn't even one of those like super ambitious chess playing kids. He's just a kid who liked playing chess and was playing with one of their next door neighbors. It sounded like they lived in an apartment complex, and they just had some games with sort of other fellow apartment complex people, and so they set up a meetup at a local place in Mountain View, and people started showing up, and I showed up, and it was the most casual possible chess club you could even imagine. But there was someone who was very strong there, and I drew him. No big deal. I drew a 1900, one of the highlights of my chess life. But I think maybe I'm just too much of a weenie, but it felt to me like there was such a dramatic difference in skill between this top player and everyone else, myself included, that like you have to sort of respect the strong player. You don't want to scare away the strong player. You need to give them a reason to come out. So like I offered to buy him a coffee. This place had sandwiches and coffee and stuff like that. So like if there's someone who's a strong player who's probably not getting all that much sort of intellectual stimulation from the club, I want them to be able to get stimulation at least in some other way. So it's like, oh, you want to here, let me buy you a coffee, that kind of thing. And so I guess I'm in a roundabout way, I'm trying to say that being the strongest member at the club, not that I am the strongest member at any clubs, I do think I think there's an extra pressure there, and I would understand the occasional desire to not feel like you have to put it all out on the line, because there's that extra pressure if, as the strongest player, or in my case, as someone who plays shogi online, and streams it, if someone beats you, most people will be nice about it, but there will be some people who will be sort of overly happy with their win. And so, there is that added little pressure. Again, this is a mental thing. This is a mental thing. So I Dream of Shogi is still 100% correct. But it's tough. I think it is. I think it's a complex thing. And in the end, you have to figure out what you enjoy. So Super Gobi, like you say, that's probably why the highest rated players usually become club leaders. Why would you say? Why is it why they become club leaders? Because of that extra responsibility? Or, hi Todovsky, if I drew the 1900, that makes me the strongest player. No. Because he, in subsequent weeks, crushed me, as he should have. So that's one thing. In my limited experience, and it is very limited, in my limited over-the-board chess experience, the Scandinavian will do very well that first time. I don't know if people just are still uncertain against it, but I've won a game against someone above, someone around that level, and I've drawn a game. I've drawn twice. I've drawn two people who have claimed to be 1900s, and I think I've won against someone. Now I could be misremembering, someone around that level, and I'm not. And I've played so few chess games in my life. Like, I'm not really a chess player. He hit the 1900 with chess Urshin or Ryu. Maybe. I don't know. But one of the players, so that's the thing at clubs, and I've mentioned this, again, my chess experience is so limited. It is so limited. But it seems to me like when people at the club give their rating, because people talk about rating a lot. In my limited experience, everyone else probably has more experience in chess clubs than I do, but they talk about rating a lot, whether it's chess.com or whether it's USCF. They talk about their rating. And I think when people give their rating, they give their peak rating. So one of these guys that I drew against, one of these 1900s that I drew against, not this guy I'm talking about, but another one at the same club. He was an older guy, and he did not feel that strong to me. So it's possible, like in 2000 he was 1900, but in AD 2023 or whenever it was I was playing, I do not think he was at that 1900 level. 1900 USCF. In my limited experience, I don't know of anyone who gives FIDE ratings. Out here where I am in Northern California, people would either give their chess.com or their USCF. I don't know if it's the case, but it seems like there are still in the United States not as many FIDE rated tournaments, especially outside of North Carolina, but I don't know. Gilmar, so I've always enjoyed shogi. So it's always been enjoying shogi. I've never not really enjoyed shogi. So, going away from the podcast, streaming less, I think it's more, it wasn't so much about shogi. It was just more about my inability to grow an audience and just my perception that the shogi English speaking shogi world is just way tinier than I had ever thought. It really wasn't about shogi so much. So I thought, I'm going to try to do other things, focus on other things. But yeah. But anyway, welcome back. Yeah, in Europe it's basically only FIDE. Yeah, that's what it sounds like to me. In Europe they use only FIDE. It sounds like in the US they use only USCF, but a chess player would know better than I would. Tulip said, and I think I already read this, but it's possible I only read it in my mind, that my stirring up drama is problematic. So Tulip would like to go on record and say that there's now beef with me for the next 7 minutes. And I'm going to guess that 7 minutes expired already. So there's no more beef between me and Tulip, which is good. Yeah, that ended 10 minutes ago. So we need more beef. The Capybara is saying, if you play and win a game with Truck Castle, you'll donate a sub. I don't even know how to make Truck Castle. And I noticed that there's a lot of room there. Like I could play the low end bot. So I could play the low end bot with Truck Castle. US chess has a monopoly on tournaments, and most people aren't going to play dual rated events. Yeah, I'll take your word for it. I have no experience there. I've never played at a raid. I've never played a rated event. I did have a USCF membership. I just to support the USCF. I've had a membership, but I've never played a rated game. And the only people I ever hear about doing dual rated are those events in North Carolina, which is on the other coast. In case anyone doesn't know, the United States, like where Daniel Naroditsky was out in North Carolina, that is on the opposite coast of the United States from me. Yeah, Super Goviak. That's what we need. Yeah, Shogi Dad is toxic and problematic. In this essay, you will explain his dark side. Yeah, you need to make a YouTube video about just making stuff up about me with the most obvious AI voice narration. That would be amazing. Get that drama going. And the thumbnail could show my face, and the text will say, "It's over." I've noticed that that's very popular. I don't know if the algorithm has determined that. I don't know if people have determined that is the optimal thumbnail, is to put an image of something and then just the text, "It's over." That seems to be the optimal May of 2026 YouTube thumbnail. I was thinking, actually, I was joking in my own stupid head to my own stupid self. I was thinking I would experiment with making my stream thumbnails, because I have the stream thumbnail on YouTube that has, it shows live. I was thinking of taking the thumbnail that I then make. So I have that. I have this, I have a little script. I just run a script. I say, stream 81 dojo, and it makes a thumbnail. It makes the text. I plug that into YouTube before starting. You don't have to do that on Twitch, but on YouTube you do. So I put that thumbnail up there, and then when the stream ends, I pull out a screenshot of it, and I put it as my thumbnail and make the stream public and but I was thinking that maybe I should just take I should make my thumbnail and then just put the text, "It's over," on all of my live streams on YouTube, just to see if it helps. Just to see if it helps. Like that text of "It's over" seems so powerful right now in the current YouTube meta. Gotham Chess seems to have his editors edit his face onto anime characters, and it went quite viral. Yeah, his thumbnails are great. You know, obviously he and his staff are very good at the algorithm, are very good at the game, and I am very much the opposite, where I am very bad at the game. And I'm sort of, I have been unwilling at this point just to say, you know, AI, make me a thumbnail for this stream. You know, AI, do this. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe that would be. I haven't even tried to experiment with that. Maybe that would be interesting. But yeah, I saw. Sorry, I missed your other message, Lorenzo Coco. Yeah, my understanding is that USCF is pretty close to FIDE for most people. It seems like. But you know, again, my experience is nuts. So while I take up, oh, look at this. we've got some name calling. We've got the intra Poland. We got the intra Poland. We've got intra Poland Twitch / YouTube attacks going. We've got it. So we're getting there. I'm gonna have to put like the Polish flag somehow in my thumbnail, and it's over. And I'm gonna have the text. It's over. And then a truck. If in the United States, if a tournament isn't announced as being a national event with enormous prizes, it's unlikely to have enough FIDE-rated players to be a FIDE-rated event. That makes sense. So if you're there, Capybara, how do we make a truck castle? What is a truck castle? Let's use one of the great features of lishogi. One of the great features of lichess that is in lishogi. So I'll go full screen here, or full scrim-ish. Learn, study. The study feature. Truck castle. I can't type. So, you know, study is one of the great features, but the search is not the greatest implementation. I've noticed this even trying to study my own. I don't know if there's any sort of search, you know, if there's any real I'm trying to avoid using search technology terms of art here. All right, anyway, let's look at this. Okay, there's no truck in here. There's no truck. At least it doesn't appear there's truck. There may be truck text somewhere in here. I don't see it. So maybe let me take castle off. Let me take castle off. So we've clearly, I've already done this search before. I had it in my history here. So this one is 7 by Buy Me a Chocolate Please. This username, Buy Me a Chocolate Please. I like it. A lot. Here's Truck Castle, Toraku Gakoi. And there's nothing in it. Okay, there are no moves. So we've got a chat. We know that Toraku Gakoi we know that it exists because there's a chapter for it. There's just no moves in there. Unless this is Truck Castle. Pay up, Capybara. Okay, let's look at this. Let's look at this. Paperweight Castle. Wait, hold on. Paperweight Castle is a much cooler name than Truck. It's a static rook castle. Okay, so now we're talking. It's static rook castle. Used against ranging rook opponents in the subway rook opening. Okay. Oh, it's sort of like a left King Muso. It's like a left King Muso with the knight up and the lance up. Paperweight. It is named after the long row of pieces on rank 8, which is like the shape of traditional Japanese paperweights, used to hold down parchment paper for brushwork calligraphy. Very nice. Very nice. I've never heard of Paperweight Castle. Bunchin Gakoi. All right, Truck Castle. Toraku Gakoi is an uncommon static rook castle. Oh. Boy. How do I make this? How do I make this? How do I make this? All right. I'm going to leave this here. I'm going to leave this here. We're going to play the bot. Oops, I closed my... We're going to play a bot. Let's see. We're going way down. Okay, no, we're going to do level 2. Level 3? These are all fairy stockfish? Wait, so are these first 4 levels all bad? Now I'm curious. I'm going to play level 4 fairy stockfish. I'm going to see what this is. So this is we're killing 2 birds with 1 stone, as they would say in Soviet Union, kill 2 rabbits with 1 bullet. I'm gonna be Sente. I'm gonna take the Sente handicap against level 4 fairy stockfish. Just making sure all my settings are right. Okay. Does my bishop have to be out? Boy, this bishop is locked in. We are locked in. Toraku Gakoi. Toraku Gakoi. Strawberry Castle is a great castle. I was very pleased. When I got my Strawberry Castle badge. What is this engine doing? Let's attack the head of the bishop. So desu ne. Okay, so let's do this. Bark, 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 bark. It's not a coward castle, but that's a very cowardly move. Yeah, Strawberry Castle's real. Strawberry Castle is absolutely real. Does this get trapped? Eh, eh. So which one? I do not fear this. I do not fear this. I fear no pawn. What about this? If I do that, he drops a pawn here. All right, so we're just doing this. We're just winning the we're winning the knight. We're winning the knight. We're winning the knight. You know, the beauty of the truck castle is that these silvers cross. It's one of the many beauties of the truck castle as I see it. Hello, hello, hello. All right, now no need to go nuts. No need to go crazy here. Kind of like a punt. So the flexibility, some might say the flexibility of the truck castle is its greatest strength. My knights are doing a lot of work on this truck castle with this. So I take, king takes, or gold takes. Which gold? This gold? I would love to have this bishop out. So this is one problem with the truck castle. This is, I think, one problem with the truck castle is that the bishop is the driver. The bishop is the driver of the truck castle. Or no, the bishop is just sitting in the flatbed. So this is the cab right here. These four, this is the cab. The king is the driver. The king is sort of the driver. And oh no, the king is being carried. The gold is the driver. No. The silver's the driver. This silver's the driver in the truck castle. So this is the driver. The king and the bishop are just sitting in the flatbed. They're not really doing anything. They're just being carried. So it's like I'm playing a bishop handicap here. But I'm playing a bishop handicap, but with my superior skills. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh! Wait, no. Wait. There's no knight here anymore. That doesn't do anything. Engine, the truck castle is too flexible for that. The engine is playing right into the strength of the truck castle. I wouldn't say that's the optimal move for the engine. I would not say that. I would also say that that's not the optimal move. So the engine's given up. The engine's given up. This level 4 fairy stockfish is powerless in the face of Truck Castle. Like there's nothing an opponent can do against this. It's too good. It's too strong. Let's take all the engine's pieces. It's too good. It's too strong. We're about to get a chessmate here. We are about to get a chessmate. I want to checkmate with no. I want to checkmate where a drop cannot happen. I want a chessmate. Lame. Take, silver, rook. All right, engine-san. All right. So truck castle. It's too strong. Good to see you, Foradun. All right, so where's this gift sub? Isn't that just Big 4, but not in Anaguma? I don't... Yeah, title. The castle that broke Fairy Stockfish. Yes. Yes, thank you. It's over. Thumbnail. Imagine the thumbnail. It's over. The truck, or the castle that broke Stockfish. All right, that's it. That's it. So I'll have the VOD of the live stream, but maybe I'll use my editing skills. I'll dig up CapCut. I'll cut out this truck castle section, and it will be the #1 truck castle video on YouTube. It will be the #1 truck castle shogi video on YouTube. So I'm just going to gonna close up here. I'm gonna say goodbye to the video viewers. Goodbye to all you video viewers. Thank you for watching, and enjoy your truck castle. 3, 2, 1. Okay, we're back. And I'm going to clip out I Dream of Shogi's propaganda about this Big Four propaganda. I'll clip that part out. I don't want any detractors for the truck castle. All right, I'm feeling good about that. That was impenetrable. The engine was like, maybe if I just attack it with a pawn, I'm going to get the silvers out of position. If I attack it with a pawn, the silvers are going to get out of position. Nope. Think again, engine. Truck castle is fleet of foot. Dynamic, you might say. Self-repairing, you might also say. Truck castle is also self-repairing. There were only this was the highest level of fairy stockfish on lishogi. I'm not sure if this is sort of world champion level. I guess it probably is. It's probably around top pro level. Fuji stockfish. No, it's fairy stockfish. Dance like a fly, sting like a bee, drive like a truck. Atari is she's decided. Oh, just like Atari. Atari's showing. She was showing that's like what those silvers were doing, jumping up diagonally, running around. She just ran away, and now she's staring at me. She knew she was on stream. She's being used for the algorithm. The truck castle video is going to be my #1 video on YouTube. I could tell. I kind of want to break now. I want to make that video and get it recorded. I'm actually somewhat excited. I'm curious. Can I break the 200 view mark? Very few of my videos have ever broken 200 views. I think the truck castle could be one of those eternal videos on YouTube. I think this one will have a chance to hit 1,000 views in 10 years. Anyway, I need to go to the restroom and refill my tea and refill my water. And I'll be right back. as a special prize, I'm bringing out the big guns. I'm bringing out the big gun here. Ito N organic green tea. This is a product. This is not a product of Taiwan. This is not a product of Taiwan. This is the organic Ito N. This is a product of Japan. Bottled under the authority of Ito N Limited Japan, product of Japan. Right there. You had a video get to 1K views for the first time. Congrats. Nice. Nice. The only 1,000+ views I've had are the YouTube shorts. Like the YouTube shorts are kind of like a cheat to get the 1,000+ views. But for a real video, like jokes aside, your type of content I think is the kind that can get 1,000+ views because it's evergreen. It's evergreen content. Like I think I don't know what it is. I'm curious. My guess would be that it'd be one of your opening videos. Where it's going like my truck like I'm not joking about this truck video. I think getting a lot of views. I think sort of short opening style videos. Oh, the Fuji he's not human video. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. But like your opening videos, they're always going to be true. Like they're never going to go out of style. They're never going to be disproven. And they're not limited by time. Most of my videos are simply VODs of a day's stream. And they're sort of tough to, the podcast, I think, give it 10 years, maybe some of those podcast episodes might hit 1,000 views. You think that one, you had a comment where someone was like, what the heck is shogi? So you think you got into the chess world? Yeah. I have definitely been inserted into the chess algorithm myself. Because occasionally people will come on YouTube and say, what is this game? What is this? What is this game? And inevitably it turns out that they're chess players. Arjuna Shogi's thumbnail game is getting better. Let's rate I Dream of Shogi's thumbnails. Let's do that. I'm just going to share this channel here, as I have in the past. Let's rate I Dream of Shogi's thumbnails. I think the recent one, if I'm not mistaken, is one of his worst. So we'll start with some of the worst. Yeah. This is so we've got this. This one I think is his worst. So we'll go from the bottom to the top. I think this first one is not great. It doesn't pull me in. It's not necessarily appealing. The player is somewhat disheveled. I don't think he's I don't think he'd be known in the West. The text is the black on the red on black, not quite really drawing me in. The clock is good. And showing it as the clock as a piece is kind of good. But I did think that this was the weakest of the recent ones. Foradu knows Itodani personally. The previous one, I like this one. So I wish on the here that I could turn off the previews. So this one here, it's nice. It's got the players. It's got that slatted approach. Like I don't know if like it's a video game, like it's Persona, something like that. I like this. I like this one a lot. It's got text. and it's readable, but it's not too much text. I think it's good. Third one, like this third reason. I guess we're going in order of time. I like this one, but again, it needs more Fuji. So if there's anything that Adriano Shogi should learn from Gotham Chess, is that I have two criticisms with this thumbnail. One, the person is not Fuji. Two, the person is not Magnus Carlsen. If this thumbnail was either Fuji or Magnus Carlsen, he would have more than 819 views. So I'm going to guess it says this is 819 views, which is amazing. But I bet he'd have at least 1,000 views if this was Fuji or if this was Magnus Carlsen. And I'm not even joking. I'm not even joking about Magnus Carlsen. This one I like because it's practical. I like this one. I think this will help. You know, this isn't going to get like the immediate eyeballs, but you know, my hope is that we're going to have a series. We're going to have a series of these openings, and this is a great way to get it at a glance. Wait, that one is going to be your best video ever? Oh, the recent Majin Sen Game 3 video is going to hit 1K for sure. It's already at 820. Well, that's the thing, is no one knows why anything hits. It seems like. We'll see. It's like, you know, I've heard this story from so many people. They're like, oh my gosh, you know, I just got this one video busted out. It got a lot of views. My next one is going to be even better. I've got more research. I've done this. I've done that. The thumbnail's better. And they get like a handful of views. You know, it's such a black art. I've got to say, I'm somewhat amazed that this one broke through a bit to get 819 because this thumbnail doesn't have Fuji or Carlsen on it, or Habu. It has no Habu. It's got no Fuji. This one, it's got Habu, which is good. Probably should take off the other guy. I don't, you know, just show Habu's face. Just show Habu's face. And I think this would be a better thumbnail, but it is good. This one again, it's obvious that this is Fuji. Slide him over. Put Fuji over there. Put him in the center. Put some big text like "It's over." That would be good. This looks like a Bema style, like where they're doing their little things, Street Fighter style. Street Fighter players do this as well. Now we're coming up to one of the best. We're coming up to one of the best thumbnails, which I think will pay off long term. I think so. This video only has 100. This right here, the Habu versus Hirose. This video only has 166 views right now. I think it will have more in the future because this is a great thumbnail. It's got Habu's face and it has big text. Habu's face, big text. You can't get much better than this. The only problem is that Habu's a boomer. So if you want to put the GOAT, probably put Fuji or Magnus Carlsen. That's what this 166 views is telling me, that you should have put Habu, or you should have put Fuji or Magnus Carlsen in this thumbnail. It could still be about Habu, but you know, put Fuji or Magnus Carlsen. It's basically that Nishiyama thumbnail. Yeah, the where is that one? I don't know where. Wait, this was a good one. You know, it's got a woman in the thumbnail, so you know that's immediately good for at least a batch of views. This one's all text. I like it. I don't know if this is going to break through. This one's good also, but the color is not so great. The color on this is not so great. You know, it's got a known shogi face, but it's tough. You know, it says Fuji in the title, which is good. Probably should have Fuji's face in there. The color is off on this. We got another one of these. I love it. 551 views. All jokes aside, I think your opening series is going to do really well over time. Like Hidechi's. You know, Hidechi's videos have thousands of views now after 20 years or whatever it is. And without being dramatic, I would argue that your presentations are much better. This one's great. This one's great. He's not human. It says AI and it's Fuji. And there it is. There's 1,000 views. There's 1,000 views. 1,000 views. Wait, which one got a lot of new subscribers? The goat one? The goat one did? If you were to ask me which thumbnail got a lot of new subscribers, I would say it's the goat one. The Yonanaga. Ah, interesting. I mean, it makes sense. I think people are starved. Shogi players, I think, are starved for this stuff. And I think your opening videos are probably also applicable for Japanese viewers. So I've said this in the past. You know, over 30% of my YouTube subscribers and viewers are from Japan. So, you know, I don't even do well. I don't do well with the English base is so small that, you know, an English language shogi content creator still gets most videos just from people trying to improve their Japanese. So this is a great thumbnail, and it paid off. Here's another one. I mean, it's got this one, the Fuji Shogi God. It's got humor. It's got Fuji. It's got text. Maybe it should have Fuji's name on here in Japanese. So that's the thing is, like, you know Japanese, so you can put Japanese text on your thumbnails. I think that will do really well. I think that will improve the views. I think that'll improve the views showing Japanese text. My theory is that people will click on things that have Japanese text. And I know that in the Street Fighter market, I've heard people talk about this, that some of the successful channels, the Japanese channels, they use tons of text on their thumbnails. Like they're telling the story of the video in their thumbnail. Oh, there's Japanese in this one. Is there not in this? Oh, there is this one. But I think that's gonna hit. It's gonna hit. It's gonna hit. I like this video. I mean, I like this. 320. I love this. The rating climb. I think this is evergreen. This will be evergreen content. You know, Shogi Wars doesn't make it so easy to really move up because it's not truly a rating climb. But like when you're seeing a video, you don't know that. You know, it's sort of a false promise because of Shogi Wars being not so great. I like this. I like this, but I didn't think this would appeal to as many people as I do. This style of the Nishiyama, this one looks to me. There's a video game, Hong Kong. There's a video game, video game Hong Kong. Hong Kong Massacre, the Hong Kong Massacre. So here it is. Really fun game. This is what I'm thinking of. Is this show? Gosh, I can't get it to show on the left side. Anyway, but it's showing up on stream. So that the art of this game is this sort of, but this reminded me a lot of this. I like this one. This one here, it's got numbers, it's got Fuji, but it's the back of his head. So if it said Fuji on here and it had his face, I'm guessing that would do better. I like this because I'm a nerd, but this video doesn't even have 100 views. Yeah, I think this is probably the second worst thumbnail behind the Itodani one so far. Great thumbnail here. This one's great. Maybe these views, maybe people weren't viewing as much in those days. I don't know. This game, I think this is one of your best because it's got your branding out there. It's got that great text, and like maybe this is one of those thumbnails that will do better once you have more viewers. Like maybe you have to get your own brand going. I'm curious. I'm very curious. Because this one, I mean, this is like a no-brainer click to me. But maybe you should also put Fuji in the background. Or Magnus Carlsen. Yeah, this Nishiyama one, this looks like one of my thumbnails, aka not that great. This one's interesting. It's got Fuji, it's got a knife. The flex, I like the flex. The flex is good. So the flex is great. The flex is great. This one, you know, you've done better work. I don't think you put as much effort into these, which is fine. Nishiyama, Fuji versus Nishiyama. Yeah, it's got a girl on it, so it's gonna do better. It's got Fuji, it's got a girl. It's gonna do really well, and it did. Need some Japanese text on there. I like these. Now, I personally like these a lot. The 6, 5, 4. You know, it makes it really nice for playlists. Maybe it just doesn't. Yeah. Great one here. This is a great one. I don't know how this didn't do better. I don't know how this Fuji throwing a bishop. I don't know how this didn't do more than 164 views. What happened there? Maybe your channel was just too new. Like this one, Watanabe punching Fuji. How does this not do more views? Maybe it should say it's over. Maybe the text should say it's over. We got Nishiyama again grabbing those views. Maybe put some Manao in there as well. All right, these are good. Your thumbnail game though has been. I've been enjoying your thumbnail game. I've been enjoying that. The growth of the I Dream of Shogi thumbnails. But I was disappointed. I was disappointed with the recent one. The video was fantastic. The video was great. The thumbnail didn't live up. All right. All right. Good times. Good times. I gotta make my truck castle one later. All right. So this was good. I'm just gonna have this analyzed and then I'm gonna go play another. 10:30. So the thing is, I don't know the move order I don't know the move order for Truck Castle. Going back to my game, going back to that game. I just want to say, I just want to say that let's look at this. Where is this? Let's just do this. Let me do that. I just want to give the beauty of the Truck Castle is that well, let's just say here. The beauty of the Truck Castle, you've got the rook here. You think, as the opponent, you think, all right, well, I've got mate. I just need a gold. I just need a gold or a rook. I've got mate. Wrong. Truck Castle. There's the bishop. The bishop has been hiding this whole time. That's why. That's why. Boom. You are not going to mate the king here. Truck Castle. Hidden bishop. I wonder how a Magnus Carlsen Fuji video would do. I like if the thumbnail is good, I bet it could do really well. Get that drama. All right. So how are we going to play? 10-second cat. Oh, okay, they left. So I noticed Capybara has not given the promised gift sub. I'm noticing that. Well done, Lorenzo. Well done. Magnus is weak compared to him. It's over. Magnus is weak compared to him. Also make another video. It's over. You know, Magnus lost the classical game of shogi yesterday to I think it was classical. It's Norway. It's Norway chess. I was surprised to see that Magnus more dominant than Magnus. That's a tough call. That's a tough call because Magnus has been doing it for longer. And Fuji has lost to Ito twice. One could argue that Ito is the best shogi player in the world right now. One could argue. The Japanese Magnus Carlsen. Yeah, you need more punch. You need more drama. All right, well, Capybara is gone. I'm not going to play any more truck. Anything happening out? Just out of curiosity, anything happening on 81 Dojo? Lollybee's playing. I'm actually excited to make that Truck Castle video. I hope there are nice entry points for me to clip the video so that I have some text leading into it, or some words leading into it that make it a full video. Hey, Lollybee, nice to see you. You're there and you're playing. All right, since you're playing, since you're there, I'm gonna spectate this game. We gotta flip the board. You know, we put the person who we're cheering for on the bottom. Oh, is this a duck game? No. Interesting. What the? Very interesting. I was going to say that Germany is overtaking Canada as the home of the duck because NinWorld plays duck, and now if this is two Germans playing duck, that would be two would be greater than one, which is Ornolf. Hmm. Hmm. Toshi-chan 294. I love this. I mean, of course, anyone who's a shogi player knows that Ito and green tea is very good. Without a sponsorship, I'm not going to talk it up too much. I'm staring at. I'm trying to evaluate. I'm trying to set my evaluation function. I'm trying to apply to this game, and I'm having a lot of difficulty because it feels like there might just be tactics, especially coming into this game midway. It feels like there might just be so many tactics that that would inform the evaluation. You I I think this knight is going to be dead, and I almost wonder if maybe I don't know. There's no. This is so push, jump, take, drop. Boy. Wait, what was that last move? Why did he push the pawn in front of the rook? Why? Is he trying to go rook hunting? Maybe. Hmm. I guess got to start getting some counterplay going. But there's so many openings here. I haven't guessed one of Toshi-chan's moves yet. That just doesn't. That to me, that just doesn't seem. Wow. Hmm. Yeah, there's a lot of running room now. With the bishop out, I do one benefit of getting this bishop out and getting that lance is that it opens this. So there's always going to be running room here. I was going to say, when is he going to attack that knight? So how do we get some counterplay? Or how do we get some play? Take the gold? Yeah. Now drop it back. Yeah. Yeah, I think this is probably what I would have done. I like it. Whether it's good, I know nothing, but so the problem now is that if we take this knight, then there's the take of the gold or take of the horse. Yeah, that's an interesting move order. It's an interesting move order. I think that seems good for Toshi-chan. Because the taking with the taking that knight now is really big. Nice, very nice. I like that. I like that. I like that. I like that a lot. So this is bringing me back. This is reminiscent of yesterday's game that we were all spectating with the 5/5 bishop drop. Whoa, I don't see that. I don't see that. What's the idea? Your gold takes, and then what? Rook can't. This is defended by the horse. I think I would have just come straight down. But even not, you can't do that because then if we were to come up and then it takes and then rook takes, lance drop. No, it would have been fine. Would have been fine. We come over this way. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, I think so. We're in there. Let's go. Let's go. I think I would have dropped the silver if I was them, but maybe they're saving some pieces. Yeah. Can't allow that bishop drop. I mean, can't allow the lance drop. The lance drop on 1/5. So I want to say that Sente misplayed it, but still has so many pieces. You know, and this lance is going to be a big threat. I need to step away for a second. I will be right back. All right, back. What happened? What happened? What can we do? What can we do? What can we do here? What can we do? Any way we can make some sort of attack here? Just a lance. That's a cool way to do that. You know, whether it wins or not. I do like that it. So this is something I was thinking dropping the lance here, but this does it defended and lets us come walk if we wanted. I kind of like that. You're curious when I was not bald? Well, I'm not bald. My head is shaved. I've been shaving my head since I was 17. So whether the hair would grow back or not is sort of irrelevant at this point. And just to be clear, it wouldn't grow back. Every so often, I think about, like, as a Halloween thing, doing a nice wig, like a Halloween style. Interesting. there's just not enough. I just don't think there's enough. Can is bishop drop mate here? Yeah. Yeah, that's the question. Is that mate? So king takes, gold drop, king runs, rook takes. Yeah. 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 GG. I think that's gonna do it. Yeah. GG. Wish I knew more about some of these openings. Adrian Shogi's playing. My hands have been bothering me a lot lately. So my video game playing has been way down. It's been unfortunate. Okay. So what how in the world did this come to be? This is not Gangi. This is not Gangi. Coward Castle, bark bark. What is Adriano Shogi doing here? This is not Gangi. I'm not buying tickets for Coward Castle. I want that, you know, when I see Adriano Shogi, I want to see that Gangi. What's the problem here? Not sure what the threat was there. Very strange. I suppose this would be classified as Rikisen Shogi. Bishop takes no. You know, against me, I think against me, this Gote attack is going to win. It's going to be winning in the next few moves. But I will be very curious to see. Can he do something? Bishop here? Bishop 5-5? Okay, this was my initial thinking. But then gold takes, pawn takes, bishop drop back. Like it's 6. Oh, okay. Interesting. I would not have gone for that. I would have tried to pull the rook away to get my or the bishop away to king away. I don't know why Hey Hey Where the Monkeys started playing in my head, but something doesn't feel right here. I trust I Dream of Shogi to win this. I trust implicitly. Bishop drop. King takes. Gold. Run. Gold. Yeah, that's not the yeah. There we go. There we go. That's I was just saying, like, is this, I was just thinking, is this the only way we can get out of this? But now bishop. No, oh shoot. So if we drop the bishop, the pawn is going to come in. You're more curious why I decided to go ball? Well, because at the time I thought I was losing my hair. At the time I thought I was going to be losing my hair, and I wasn't. I mean, I was. You know, there was, you know, recession. But it wasn't that. As it turned out, it pretty much stopped for a long time. But once I got, I think I think this is true for many people. It certainly is true for me. The freedom of not having hair is really nice. You know, the only downside is that you have to cut it every so often. You have to cut it a little more often. But you know, it's so much easier in the shower. It's really nice. Person 4626. Cope, I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think so. I think it's undeniable that it's really nice. And I'm not saying that that overrides, you know, having a like a really beautiful thick head of hair. I'm not saying that by any means. But I think even if I had a lot of hair, I think I would still choose this at this point. Very, you know, it's very quick showering. It's very easy to stay clean. It's very easy to stay looking kempt. I I like Adriano Shogi's game right now. Don't look now, but so I was thinking I might drop the knight here, but I guess this would have come across. This would have fixed that. He's got so many knights. He's got so many knights. Whoa! That's mate. What just happened? What happened? Why don't people do this against me? Why don't three Dons do this against me? What just happened? Man, feels like, you know, when my opponents get an advantage, it feels like, you know, they're Fuji over there with the tightest possible games. How old was I? I'd say 16, 17, probably. 16, 17. It wasn't, thinning is the wrong word. It was, you know, coming from the usual spots here. It's thinning there, or receding. Getting sort of a, and people on my mother's side and on my father have had that. You know, it's sort of that has been a thing in our family. I mean, it's a thing for almost everyone, but that receding area started early, but it also stopped receding pretty early after. Oh man, boy, I wish I could have. What is going on here? We've got 8 people viewing this. All right, I'm going to try to play on 81 on lishogi again, I guess. Not going to do Truck Castle. I'm gonna take this anonymous 1030. Anonymous 1030. Where's my screen? Yoroshiku onegaishimasu. Because I lose to the attack? You were wait. That's how you always win versus this guy. He just attacks and is terrible at defending. But the thing is, you didn't even have any pieces to defend with. I mean, you didn't even have any pieces to attack with. He just gave you pieces. Like, I don't even understand how. Like, there must have been mate on the board for him, right? Like, there must have even been. My opponent here did not want to play. Understandable. Not wanting to play such a strong player like myself. I can't even make the joke with a straight face. Oh shoot! I wish I wouldn't have closed that. There are a lot of strong players on lishogi. I don't know if any of you just kind of like hang out and look at things, but like it is not uncommon to have these 5 Dons. I wonder if this is so current games. All right, anyway. As I mentioned on the Discord, I'm now at Grandmaster level for my puzzle rating. I don't have the norms required for the title, but those will come at some point. I wonder how high someone who's good at Sume could get on lishogi. Like if I'm 2500, like I'm guessing 3500 is absolutely doable. As long as you just refuse not to get one wrong. Like, getting one wrong is just catastrophic at that level. I mean, it's catastrophic at my level. So, like at 3,500, it would be, nuts. Okay, I'm gonna offer. I'll offer. I'll just offer. 30 seconds, casual, random side. Oh, I'm gonna do my best. It is quiet. It's a quiet day. It's a quiet time of the day for shogi players. Tomorrow's WSL, might as well look at those. Tomorrow's WSL games. It looks like there was a reschedule. So Peter Heine, Magnus Carlsen's coach, speaking of Magnus Carlsen, he'll be playing tomorrow. And this is very early in the day for me, but I might try to do it. Nicholas 123, I heard that. Yoroshiku onegaishimasu. Nicholas, big player in United States, will be playing. That's a few hours after. So, I don't know if I'll watch that. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. I think this is a cool try. I do think this is a very cool try. The getting the knight up there. I think that's I will definitely be looking at that after this. Gold drop is a big threat for me. Yeah. Yeah, that's I was actually going to say I hope he doesn't pull back the silver. But dropping is the same deal.
$10 秒 20秒1 10秒20秒1 2 3 4 10秒20秒 1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8。
I don't want to allow this. I mean, he can do it now. He can certainly do it now. But let's do this. Let's take with the pawn. Now I'm sort of messing up my position a little bit. It's gonna be fine, but yeah, this was not. I think that the best chance was something like this.
10秒。10秒。
Should
20
I?
秒。1、2。10秒。
I kind of want the bishop, but
20秒。1。
kind of want that, but I don't have a knight.
10秒。
Bishop closes off this area nicely, but I actually think this is a semi. It's going to be for me. It's an instructive game. The opportunities that I might have had here. Arigatou gozaimashita. So if we go into the analysis board, where it felt like I was a little slow. It felt like at some point, maybe it was fine, and maybe the engine is not going to be able to show this. Yeah, because it doesn't, the engine will not, as long as the advantage stays strong, the engine's not going to complain. So from here, I think, are the moves. Yeah. Oh, interesting. What was this? Oh, it just didn't like. Wait, so what's wrong? What's wrong with this move? Curious. I want to see what the engine would propose instead. Oh, okay. Really? I'm not buying. I'm not buying. I'm not buying that any of these are much better. All right. So where was the? Don't want to overanalyze, but okay. Taking 1-3 bishop. Ah. Okay. That was what did I drop 2-2 or 2-3? So 2-3 pawn is the number 2 move. Oh, this is number 1. Okay. So we're just in engine-y stuff. Weird. 2-3, 2-8, pawn, 3-1. They're all fine. They're all fine. Okay. But what was so 2-3 I wanted, but then I thought, so we do 2-3 takes, and then it all depends on this. It all depends on seeing this, which I didn't see. Okay. All right. And then, just judging by the eval, there aren't going to be mistakes, but it's fine. Engine does slightly want to take with the bishop, but it's fine. It's basically equal. Okay, 2-2 token. Okay. 5-6 lance. And that is what I did. Okay. 3-2 token. Okay. All right. Oh, this one. This move. This is what I didn't want to see. Other side. Engine wanted the other side. Oh, it's equal. Okay. All right. It's funny to me that the engine would play that defensively. I felt I was playing maybe overly defensive, but the engine was okay with it. Huh. Live and learn. Yeah, so maybe I should not fear that. Maybe that's the takeaway. As it so often seems to be, is that you don't need to win on the next move. Take away their options and then put your pieces in a position to mate. So I did this. So if this comes out, are we just going to drop something here? That is what the engine suggests. 4-3 bishop even. Oh, not even the silver, just the bishop. Bishop here. Interesting. Pushing the pawn. Okay, so it's just whatever. Yeah. I think this is the move I probably would have done. I think this is what I was seeing after. All right. Gonna take a look at 81 Dojo. Anything happen? Bon Jovi is playing. John Bon Jovi is out. He's now calling the UK his home. He's no longer New Jersey. No longer New Jersey, John Bon Jovi. Bon Jovi is now in England. All right. Well, oops. We're here. Time is it? What time is it? It's 12:07. I guess that'll be it for me. I guess that'll be it. KKR is not playing. Lollybee is in the middle of a game, but playing the time control that I am boycotting. So there's that. Anyway, I guess that'll do it. Thanks everybody. Fun conversations today. The drama was really the drama talk at the beginning was really fun, and I'm gonna try to make this joke truck castle video. I'm gonna make this video. I'm gonna put the thumbnail on there, and I'm gonna see what it does. So that'll be the rest of the day today. I've got to also drop someone off today, but that's gonna be it. Thanks everybody. I'll see you tomorrow probably, and enjoy your shogi. Take care. I'm searching for the OBS button. Bye.